Hi, I'm Tim from AbsoluteShutter.com, and in this video we're going to cover what to do if your Hisense TV has got vertical lines on screen and how to fix it. So there are 6 possible fixes that I'll briefly cover. If you want any more details on any of them, then have a look at the linked article in this video's description below. The first step is to try power cycling your TV. So just unplug your TV, hold down the physical power button for at least 15 seconds. Wait for at least 30 minutes for any residual power to drain, and then plug your TV back in and try switching it on again. This will fix the vertical line issue in most cases, but if it hasn't for you, then there's a strong possibility that there's a poorly seated HDMI cable which is creating signal noise displaying as vertical lines. So just take out all of your HDMI cables and any other physical cables, so there's just a power cable connected to your TV. Then switch your TV on and pull up the on-screen menu. If you're still seeing the vertical lines on top of your on-screen menu, then you know your external connections are not the issue. But if the vertical lines are now gone, then try cleaning all the HDMI cables with compressed air. Make sure you clean the ports as well on your TV, and replace them one by one until you can find the faulty cable, and then you can replace that. You should now check that your wall socket's properly supplying power. So it's common that a failure with a smart plug or surge protector can cause non-consistent voltage, and that causes lines to display on your screen. So remove any surge protectors or smart plugs so that your TV has got a direct line to your wall socket. You can also try a different wall socket if you need to, and just make sure that your household power supply isn't the issue. You can also update your firmware. So for most Hisense TVs, they should auto-update firmware over the air. So make sure this is switched on in support and then system update. You should also, if your TV doesn't have auto-updating, you can check for updates, which is in all about system update, and then just click detect. For older TVs, you might have to install a software update via USB, but there's more details about that on the linked article below. But if your TV is all up to date and you've tried every other step, then it's almost certainly a problem with the T-Con board or the T-Con cable itself. So the timing control board has got a series of small clocks on it which fire the individual rows of pixels on your TV and translate the signal into the display that you see. If you've got a failure on one of the clocks on the board, or if there's a problem with the ribbon connectors, then that can cause vertical lines to display. So there's a lot more details on how to fix this in the linked article below. It's generally very easy to replace the T-Con board, and it's very cheap to do. If you don't want to replace it, then you can use tape to try blocking signal on the T-Con board if you can find which clocks have failed. But you'll need to use a multimeter to do that, and it takes a bit of trial and error, and it's usually best just to try replacing the T-Con board in its entirety. But you can see how to do all of that in the linked article below.